Captain on the bridge.
Alright, Captains, we are back on the bridge, and today what I wanted to do was go over some of the things that we missed on Star Trek Online's official Twitter feed. So, on screen. Yes, so we had missed some of these announcements that had happened in the past couple of days just due to in real life duties, but we're going to cover them nonetheless. And what we're going to do is start the week off with these. So, first things first, here we go. A very happy birthday to the great bird of the galaxy himself. Thank you, Gene, for everything you did to start this incredible journey we're still on. Decades later, you'll always be missed. Yes, so on August 19th, it is actually Gene Roddenberry's birthday. And Captains, you know that I'm not the hugest fan of the original series, but I do respect it, and of course respect the man behind Star Trek. And yes, indeed, we are still on this trek, pun intended, that brings myself and so much of us joy, especially when it comes to just immersing ourselves in something that gives us hope. And that's the one thing that I love and I've taken from Star Trek, was just hoping for the best. And it's always good to remember the one who started it all. So again, thought we would just cover this, throw a little bit of respect to Mr. Gene Roddenberry, of course, and for all that he has done, Star Trek, and hopefully this trek still continues. But not only that, Captain, on the same day, it is actually also Johnathan Frakes' birthday. Captain Riker himself. So here we go. He went from second in command on the Enterprise to leading so many of our favorite episodes of Trek and beyond. Happy birthday. So that is awesome. Also, Captain Riker's birthday on the 19th. It's so nice that they share the same birthday. And yes, he has been behind a lot of the episodes of the current Trek, and he's been trying to do his very best, and I think he has been able to carry on some of the vision. Of course, it's going to change over the years, but regardless, he is doing his best, and hopefully, and I'm really hoping that one day he will actually come onto the bridge here, Star Trek Online, as a voiceover, and maybe, I don't know, well, we'll just leave it at that. So, Captains, we did miss this announcement there as well about this flash sale. Our apologies. Again, we missed that it was on console, but you know these things are going to always come up and pop up, so there is that. Also, this was quite interesting. This popped up here from Trek Central. New, what appears to be an updated VFX render of the Enterprise F. Of course, eyes went big. I can't say that I saw it. It looks more detailed, and maybe I'll have to kind of put two shots side by side. The nacelles look a little different, if I'm not mistaken. A little bit of a dip going upwards there at the end, but found inside the new Star Trek Adventures Utopia Planitia Starfleet sourcebook from Modiphius. The book references both the Enterprise F as well as the USS Verity, which Picard commanded following the Enterprise E. Now, one of the things that I've slowly, not only say slowly, but have accepted, that whenever something is sort of approved to be put out there, whether it be, of course, on screen, movie, even comics, huge shout out to id Game Federation, because he kind of said this, and I've been sort of agreeing with it here. Not sort of, I have been agreeing with it, that it is canon. Now, there's also something about headcanon. So, to me, seeing the Verity in the Picard comics makes it canon to me. I know a lot of people don't sort of recognize that. That's fine. But, having said that, seeing this got a lot of people, a lot of captains excited. Now, having said that, Mr. Thomas Broad himself actually responded saying, before everyone pulls out their jump to conclusion mats, The inclusion of the Odyssey in the Shipyard's book was the perfect excuse to do a remaster I had been wanting to do for a while. You can't patch a book, and I wanted all the art to be high quality. That meant new Odyssey. So, what does that mean? Will we get this? Like, in-game? Now, I am not the hugest fan, and I said this in our recent interview with Q Continuum, of the original Odyssey. The Yorktown remaster, I'm all up for it. Now, I'd like to see the deflector and see what else kind of looks different from the original on this. Regardless, this looks really crisp and clean. I need to see more of it. Again, it was something about the old, or I should say the original Odyssey, that it just didn't really speak to me until the Odyssey Yorktown version came. So there's that. We thought that we would just throw our two ECs down there on this. Now, if this came to Star Trek Picard, captains, could you... Oof. Now, again, we mentioned that it would be quite... Oof, would be quite a whoof if the Odyssey came onto screen in Picard Season 3 as an official on-screen ship. Could you... Oh, captains, could you imagine how many uniforms, not only that I'm going to change, but also some of my fellow captains who love the Odyssey. So, captains, we thought we would drop those two ECs on those blogs, but again, wanted to put an emphasis on the man who created Star Trek, the reason we're all here on the bridge, the reason why we love Star Trek, and that is Gene Roddenberry. And of course, sharing the birthday with him is Captain Riker, and hopefully we get to see him in Star Trek Online. But with that said, captains, we're going to leave it on this note.
Don't let them promote you. Don't let them transfer you. Don't let them do anything that takes you off the bridge of that ship, because while you're there, you can make a difference.